Well, going back to an earlier story in Duduza, the situation remains tense in the area on the East Rand. After weeks of violent protests, community members have been protesting in the area against the lack of jobs. Community members have alleged that a railway manufacturer known as Gibela has not been employing people from the area but outside of it. During the protest last week, the protesters set alight a local post office while partially vandalizing a clinic as well. Meanwhile, police presence has been increased in the area. Joining us now to discuss this further and give us details is ANN7 reporter Basitsana Pora. She's joining us from Duduza. Good afternoon to you, Basitsana. Just talk us through the current situation on the ground. What is happening?
Good afternoon to you, Abigail, and good afternoon to the viewers at home. The protest started on Monday and they were protesting against Gibela, which has been hiring people from outside the Duduza area. The Duduza residents were saying they want Gibela to hire them before they could hire people from outside. But now the protest has escalated to a service delivery protest, funny enough, because they've burnt down a post office, a clinic, as well as vandalized a local USafe shop. So what we've seen today is the situation is very volatile, it's very tense. Within us ourselves, it was so difficult for us to go into the township. They've barricaded roads, they've blocked every entrance to the township. I've spoken to a police officer who has told me that there's 28 arrests so far. There's those 3 facilities that were burnt. I'll mention them again. It's the clinic, it's the post office, and the local USafe shop. And there's been 1 fatality or injury that has been reported, of which is of the 12-year-old who was shot, and he was inside the yard where he lives when he was shot by a metro police officer. So we are waiting to hear from the residents of Duduza as per what really started out as a protest against Gibela that turned into violence, as well as turned into criminality, since while these facilities have been burnt down. Another thing is that we've heard of people saying that they were arrested, part of the 28, they were arrested and they were simply going to work, but then they were captured by the police and they said they don't care because right now it's a protest and everybody who's out in the street or in a group are seemingly protesters.
Basitsana, the bone of contention seems to be with this company, Gibela. Have you got an opportunity to engage with them and talk to them about the residents' concerns? What are they saying?
What I heard was that they had a meeting yesterday with the residents of the place alongside councillors within the place, and they couldn't really get answers. That's why they've escalated it into a protest for service delivery, saying that even their local councillors are not helping them out. One thing I do know is that some people, especially on Facebook, on the Facebook page of the Duduza area, people were saying, guys, if you want to work at Gibela, they've opened up opportunities and all you need to do is to send through your email. Many people have posted the Gibela email address that needs to be contacted in order for you to work there. So we haven't really spoken to Gibela. Gibela is also a partnership with Prasa. So we're hoping to also speak to them. They do have a stakeholders meeting today at 5, but it will be in the Kwatema area, as they say that this area is so volatile. They can't risk coming here right now.
Just lastly,
to stress where this Gibela company is. Just to stress where this Gibela company is, it's in Danota. When you are in Danota and you're traveling, your closest township is Duduza. So the people are saying that they can't hire people from Pretoria and so on. So it's a factory that is going to be very close to the township.
Basitsana, just lastly, a concern obviously around this 12-year-old who was shot in their own backyard by Metro Police Department officials. Just talk us through any further details. Do we know what the current state of the boy is and whether that Metro Police official is going to be held accountable?
We've spoken to the boy and we've seen the boy. He's shot in the hand, the left hand. We've also spoken to the grandparent of the boy. She says that she was here at the police station since morning trying to find answers as to what's going to happen now, and she hasn't received any answers. They didn't want to talk to her. But seemingly while we were speaking to her, somebody came and said, can you please come into the police station? And she refused to go in, saying, while I was still there, nobody wanted to talk to me. And now that I'm speaking to the media, you guys are calling me back. So we also will be in contact with her just to find out if somebody came back to her and told her what's going to happen, because the boy says he knows the Metro Police officer, he will be able to identify him, but unfortunately the police station couldn't assist them in finding answers as to what will happen next.